Healing will make you emotionally light, emotionally free, emotionally evolved. When you don't heal, you are covered up. When you don't heal, you are limited. When you don't heal, you are bottled up. When you don't heal, you may be in the pit.
PJT. Real Talk with PJT. Pastor Jackie Talena.
Hi everyone, this is PJT. Want to talk about healing today. Healing especially in your marriage. You know, healing is very vital both in life and in marriage. When you're healed, you're healthy. When you're healed, your lifespan is extended. When you're healed, you're happy. When you're healed, you're whole. When you are healed, you have the energy, you have the strength. When you are healed, you achieve more. And we want to look at healing today in your marriage. Because when you are not healed, your marriage can be whole. When you are not healed, you cannot enjoy happiness in your marriage. When you are not healed, you may not be able to have a marriage that has a long lifespan. If you're not healed, there are so many things that you may attract into your marriage. If you're not healed in your marriage, it means your marriage is sick. And there's so many things that aggravate the need for you to get healed. You need to get healed sometimes from bitterness. Sometimes you need to get healed from betrayal. You need to get healed from past hurt. You need to get healed from guilt. You need to get healed from so many things that your spouse or the marriage may have brought into you. If you don't get healed, there are so many things that may go wrong. As a matter of fact, if you refuse to become healed, the marriage will become sick. And when a marriage becomes sick for a long time, become a terminally ill marriage. I'll talk about that one of these days. And when sickness is terminal, it may become a long protracted illness and eventually may lead to the loss of your marriage. So it is very important because healing definitely will help you in so many ways. So today, I just want to tell you different ways that healing your marriage will help you to become better in your marriage and in your life. Number one of the things healing will do when you are healed in your marriage and you're healed emotionally, you are mentally healed, you're maritally healed, it will help you to be real to yourself. Because healing actually starts from you accepting that, yes, something is wrong and you need to give attention to it. You know, when you are ill, you need to first be diagnosed that this is what's actually happening to you, and then you are now administered the right treatment. So when you are healed in your marriage, healing is what is going to really help you to feel happy and be real to yourself, because a step into healing is a step into self-discovery. A step into healing is a step into real discovery of self. Healing is necessary. Healing is normal. Healing is important in your marriage for either you and for both of you. It is. Because when you're not healed, it's so easy to get bitter. When you're not healed, it's so easy to get depressed. When you're not healed, it's so easy not to forgive. When you're not healed, it's so easy to be malicious. When you're not healed, it's so easy to keep record of wrongs. When you are not healed, it's so easy not to be patient, with that person. So there are so many things that comes with you being unhealed. But when you are healed, it makes you to be real. I mean, you can always say it the way it is and be polite about it without necessarily hurting yourself or hurting somebody. And that's why I'm here on Real Talk, to be real. Healing makes you real. It makes you real. Because when you look at it, what exactly am I actually afraid of? What do you want to cover? Healing makes you to be open. Healing makes you to be transparent. Healing makes you real. Because at the end of the day, you don't have anything to cover. It is when you have something to cover that you become illusional, because you live the opposite of your reality. And that means to everyone you meet, you are something else. We'll talk about that some other day. But it's very important for you to be healed, because healing is going to give you that real sense of self-worth and self-wholeness. It will help you to be real. It will help you to have your self-worth. Be real to yourself first before you being real to others. Healing will make you emotionally light, emotionally free, emotionally evolved. When you don't heal, you are covered up. When you don't heal, you are limited. When you don't heal, you are bottled up. When you don't heal, you may be in the pit. When you don't heal, you may be traumatized. So it helps you to let out. It helps you to bring out. It helps you to offload. It helps you to drop down. It helps you to empty yourself, because there's so many unnecessary baggages that you're carrying that are not even worth it. For crying out loud, how can you be so angry with somebody who does not even know you're angry? How can you be so angry with somebody who does not know they're wrong? How can you, for crying out loud, be crying over somebody who does not even know what they've done to you is bad? Do you know how you hurt yourself? I mean, one of my favorite saying is that people's opinion is not your opinion. And if it is no opinion, then I don't know why you should give so much attention to it. And that's been the problem. That somebody think that this is who you are does not mean that you should just close your life and you're not accepting it. Is that who you are? Be it your spouse, be it your friends, be whoever. That should be people's opinion. It's one of my major principles in life. People's opinion is not my opinion. And if it is not my opinion, then why are you giving so much to it? Do you know that there are sometimes you don't even give attention to your own opinion? You rather put in more into other people's opinion. It destroys you mentally, makes you emotionally heavy. So you now get up, you weight down. You now get up, you are slow. You now get up, you are not happy. You now get up, you're worried over people's opinion. No, that shouldn't be. It's like somebody is ill and you're actually the one taking the prescription and swallowing the drug for them. That's what's actually happening. Because if the opinion is right, it means like something is wrong out there. If they are not mentally, emotionally stable, something is wrong out there. So how come you are the one that's swallowing the pill and expected them to be healed? It's not going to work that way. So, but when you are healed, you don't care about people's opinion, especially when it is a wrong opinion about you. That's not who you are. The fact that your spouse thinks this way about you does not mean that this is who you are. So please stop giving it attention. So healing is very important. Please don't let other people's opinion determine how you feel. Please, healing will make you feel emotionally light, and emotionally you evolve into the real you, and they knew you and they mentally stable you. It is very important. You need healing because healing will guide you against future trauma. Imagine if you don't heal from your past trauma, how will you be able to handle and recognize the present and the future trauma? So when you are healed, that is when you'll be able to identify the trauma presently going on in your marriage and the trauma that are likely to come in as you go. For example, you're carrying a childhood trauma and you have not healed out of it. Now you enter into marriage and you're now facing how now will you be able to overcome this and also face trauma that will come with your children. So it is very important for you to be healed because that is what is going to help you to navigate and guide against future trauma and manage present trauma. Because at every point, if you don't know how to be healed, trauma is always very present, knocking at your door and always having a silent way of creeping into your marriage without you knowing it. It comes in different ways, and one of these I will talk about it. But then it is very important for you to be healed so that it will help you to guide against the present and also the future trauma. Trauma is real and it must be guided, because if you're not healed, the first thing is you can't recognize, you can't diagnose, and you can't treat it. And if you don't know how to do this, it will cause a whole lot into your life, more than you can think. So it's very, very important for you to be healed in your marriage. Finally, for today, healing will help you to become best spouses, best partner, and best parents. Imagine parents that are healed on every side. Imagine the wonderful, perfect children they will bring forth. Children who are mentally healed and okay. Children who are physically okay. Children who are emotionally okay. Children who are spiritually okay. So in every area, their children are perfect, whole, and healthy. You think it's not possible? It is. It is very, very possible. I know they're not perfect human beings, but they're whole human beings, because what God actually created is whole. So it is other ingredients that had entered into them that damage them and make them to be disfigured outside their original form. So when the parents are whole, you should expect that they'll bring out whole children. When the spouses are whole, you should expect they'll bring a whole marriage. I'm not talking about pretending and lying to yourself and deceiving the world and then coming out behind and be broken and be damaged. But when you are healed, it is real. And that's why, in sometimes I wonder how people think that people around them can't see. Your neighbor knows that everything about you is not real. She hears you yelling at each other. He sees the way your children have been neglected. Is this all? Then you dress on Sunday and come into church and you're giving the vibe, telling everybody we're the best couple, and you're trying to give that. Please stop living a fake life. It is sickness on its own. This idea of fantasy, this idea of illusion. I think I need to really talk about illusional and fantasy marriage. It's sickness on its own, because when you are healed, you are real. And when you are real, your partner has the best of you, and your children has the best of parents. Your siblings has the best of siblings. Your friends have the best of friends. Your colleague will have the best of colleagues. Your church will have the best of church member, and the society will have the best of citizens. So you can imagine how your being healed will go a long way to affect the society at large. But when you're not healed, the society is damaged, the parents are damaged, the children are broken, the church is affected, your friends are affected, your neighbors are affected, and everybody else is affected. Your parents are affected, your siblings are affected. So whichever way, you are either affected negatively or positively. And that is why you need to be healed to become the best to your spouse, best to the society, best to your children, best to your parents, best to your friends, best in your church, best in your religious groups, best in your political career, best in your career, best in your business, and best in everything you do. Healing is important. Healing is one of the key that can drive your marriage to an everlasting joy and peace. I tell you, it is real to enjoy marriage till your old age, till when you are tired and you want to leave this world. And at the same time, it is also very, very possible not to even enjoy it at all and pretend through it until it will cut your life short. But I believe you make the right choice. But this is where I have to stop today on Real Talk with PJT. Please don't forget to subscribe, to like, and to share my YouTube page. Thank you. Real Talk with PJT. See you some other time. Bye.